Thank you so much for coming out tonight. I'm happy to be here. My name is Ron. Hi. And growing up, I didn't like my name because Ron is never the name of the hero. Ron is always the name of your mom's new boyfriend. Kids, be nice to Ron. That's been said thousands of times. You know what's never been said? We're saved! Ron's here! I'm the youngest of 5, and when I was 12 years old, I was at the dinner table, and I asked my mom if I was an accident, and she got real quiet, and she put down her fork, and she looked right at me, and she said, "Ronnie, you were a gift from God." At which point my dad piped up and said, "Yeah, a gift we couldn't return. Just be glad you're here." I was like, all right, fair enough. I have 1 older brother and 3 older sisters, and I told that to a girl I was on a date with recently, and she looked at me and she went, "3 older sisters? Yeah, I can tell." I was like, yeah, I was like, what do I do that's so effeminate? And then I thought, well, probably that for starters. You ever go out on a date and learn something about yourself? I learned that I have the tendency to put my hand on my chest when I'm telling you a secret. Did you hear about Mark? He got fired. I have been dating a bunch. I'm kind of looking for a girl who's a kale in the streets and a high fructose corn syrup in the sheets. You know what I mean? I've been online dating, and I keep seeing the same quote on profiles. See the same quote over and over again. You already know it. It's very famous. It's by Marilyn Monroe. You know it? And it says, "If you can't handle me at my worst, then you don't deserve me at my best." That's a nice way of saying, hey, I'm awful a lot. I'm gonna cause a scene in an Olive Garden. Just the most obnoxious thing you can say. If you can't handle me threatening all your female friends on Facebook, then you don't deserve my freshly baked scones. I'm not taking you to the scone zone. If you can't handle me making out with your best friend at your birthday party, then you don't deserve to make out with me after your birthday party. If you can't handle me skipping my birth control in order to get pregnant, then you don't deserve these 2 tickets to Six Flags. Huh? And yes, Hurricane Harbor is included. I live up in Hollywood, and it's pretty cool, but I live in a neighborhood where there's just nothing but party buses on the weekend. And party buses are buses made explicitly for partying. And I don't understand how they exist. Because drinking in a car, that's not allowed. But on a party bus, it's okay. Somehow the rules don't apply because everyone had $60. And what's crazy is that someone in our government had to issue a permit to a guy going, "Yeah, I have an idea. I want to start a business where I drive people from one bar to another bar in a bus that's also a bar." Is there going to be seatbelts? No. Well, what is there gonna be? Lasers! Thousands of tiny lasers. Also, dubstep, hard liquor, and a stripper pole. You know, for dancing. A party bus is just a really fun ambulance. I'm so excited you guys came out tonight because I think we all realize how close we were to staying in and just watching TV. Don't feel bad. I almost stayed in. I'm on the show. You know? I think there's so much good TV on right now. I feel almost overwhelmed by it. Like I feel inundated. Is it bad when watching something in your Netflix queue makes you feel productive? Just catch up on Breaking Bad. Done and done. What else you got? Life. And people get so passionate about the TV shows they watch. They're always trying to get you to watch the shows that they like. Whenever anybody recommends a TV show to me, I always feel like they're trying to get me to date their best friend. Do you know Game of Thrones? Oh, you don't know Game of Thrones? You would love Game of Thrones. Honey, come here. Don't you think that he would get along great with Game of Thrones? You know, we're having a party this Sunday. Game of Thrones is gonna be there. No pressure. She can be kind of intense, but that's what makes her fun. And then if you're not into the show, for whatever reason, you almost have to like let them down gently. Didn't you like Game of Thrones? Yeah, no, it was nice. I'm just not in a place right now to give Game of Thrones the time that it deserves. I just got out of this thing with Breaking Bad, and I feel like I should focus on reality, you know, TV shows. And I know they're young and dumb and they're not looking for anything serious, but guess what? Neither am I, okay? I'm excited because I'm going to New York in a few weeks, and the coolest thing that's ever happened to me happened in New York City. I was on the subway, doors open, in walked in the most beautiful woman that I have ever seen. Sits down next to me, this guy. And she goes, "Excuse me, sir?"
Yeah?
"Does this train stop at 34th Street? She just wanted directions, but I started chatting her up. We were kind of hitting it off. I was making her laugh. And as she was getting off the train, I wanted to ask for her number because why not? But instead, I gave her my business card. Yeah, I felt like I totally wussed out until this guy that I didn't know on the other end of the train just turns to me and goes, "That was awesome!" She was so hot, I can't believe you did that. Here's my business card. If she calls you, you call me, just so I know that this could happen to guys like us. And then we high-fived so hard that I hurt my hand. 3 days later, I called that guy. I was like, "Hey man, I met you on the subway." "Oh yeah, what happened?" "I totally had sex with that girl." Which was a lie. But I gave that guy hope. What did you do today?